In this lesson, we're going to look at how you can create beautiful looking sliders for use in your page. I'm on this blank page here and we're going to get stuck straight into it. So sliders appears on the left-hand menu just here, and I can drag in any one of these here. And I'm going to go through all of them because the settings are slightly different between them. So I'm going to drag in this one just here. And then next up, what I'm going to do is show you how we can begin customizing this. So in the section itself, I am just going to add a little bit of padding just to create some space around here. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to change some of this styling here. So first of all, I'm going to change this title here. So it says what the entrepreneur says just here. So I'm going to look for the title styles, which is just here, and I'm going to go about changing the font color of it to my brand green, and you can see just up here how that has updated the font to green. And then just underneath, I'm going to change the bit that appears underneath, the description, and that's just here, and I am going to change that to a blue color. Let's go for this one just here. So you can see now that's updated that just there. Now, let me start to give some style to the section itself. So on the section, I'm going to change the background now, and I'm going to change the image of it to my branded background image. That's just this one here. And you can see now I've got this. Now, I may want to keep that white background on it, or I might want to change that. So let's have a look at how that works. Go into settings again, and we can see here we've got the background color that actually applies here. At the moment, you can see that's set to white, but I could change that to a different color if I wanted to. Very bright, doesn't go with the text. Or I could actually set it to none. And when I set it to none, notice that the background goes completely transparent, and then it takes the spirit of whatever the background of the section is. And that looks really quite nice. There's some other settings here. So let's go into how we can change actually the content. So you've got your slider content at the top here, and you can show and hide the title at the top, but next one down is actually the items themselves. So you can see you can delete items from this list. This is the cards that are here. You can also duplicate items as well. But if I take this first one here, I'm just going to show you very quickly that I'm going to change this big white title here. I'm going to put founder instead. You can see how that's updated. I'm also going to change the name to my name. And I'm also going to change the image as well, actually. Let's find an image of me somewhere. There we go. We'll go for that one. And you can see how I've been able to quickly change that content. I could repeat that for all of the content. There's some other settings around how many slides you can view. There's some settings around how they scroll, how they autoplay, whether they loop, things like that. You've got the style settings here for the title. So maybe I want to make the title a little bit bigger in some way just at the top here. You can see, and as I work down here, we've got the card title, which is that one here. And I can expand the size of that accordingly. Change the color of it if I wanted to. I can do the same with the name. So just changing the size of the name there. If I wanted to, I can change the card body. So that's the background color here. I think that's a bright orange. You can do things like turning the footer off altogether. So this footer at the bottom, if you wanted to, you could simply turn it off altogether. So lots of different settings that you can change. You change these navigation buttons and make it look exactly how you want it to be. So that's the first slider there. I'm going to go in and add a new blank section just here. And the slider we've already covered is this classic testimony one, and you've seen how you can change the look and feel of that. Let's have a look next at the modern profile one just here. So again, I'm going to add in some padding into the section itself, just to give it a little bit of breathing space, and then we'll go about changing some of this. So first of all, we've got the slide items at the top. So again, I can delete these if I want to. I can change how many are present. If I wanted to change some of the wording in there, so I'll go to this one here, .com, change the name here to AD. We can change the description just here, format that just how I want it to be. Okay, I'm going to change the image of that as well to that one just there. And you can see how I can make changes to those individual items. Similar settings as before, slides and loops and things like that. You've got the card title style as well. So, you know, if you want to make the title bigger, you can do that just there. You've got the card name style. So I can increase the name size, change the color of that as I want to. Card description style, so if I wanted to make that font a little bit bigger for the description. The card image style as well, so if I wanted to change these images here, maybe make them bigger, you can do that with this setting just here. If I wanted to change the border radius as well, I can do that sort of thing as well, so actually make them square. Now if I want to, rather than pixels in this area just here, I can change it actually to percentage, and you can see now if I set that to 100%, you can see these are a lot bigger. Again, I can make them square if I want to as well. So you can see how I've completely changed the look and feel of that. And of course, as you would expect, there's things that you can change around the background color as well, and also the content frame too. So you can make these look and feel just exactly how you want them to, in line with your brand. So if I now just preview all of those different sliders that I've made, you can see all the different options you have. So that is sliders on the Easy Builder.